Hey guys, this is Night's Night here. We're bringing you a special video today. Let's call it Team Thoughts. Instead of reading the questions and having the team members answer them, let's just have the answers, right? Because they're heartfelt. This isn't a game of Jeopardy. Let's just see what the team has to say. Alright, so here it is. Hope you enjoy.
I'm Sirius Bacon, or Josh, and I'm on the development team, and I work as a level designer.
I'm Zachary Frank, and I work on the concept refinement team, and I'm also part of the Sacrament Weekly web series.
My name's Misty Master. I deal with visuals for the majority of the videos you will see, including the ones that are on the Kickstarter page.
Hi, I'm Cyanide, and I am the content developer on Sacrament.
My name is Steve Williams, or Crave Moore. I'm a founder and current CTO.
So my name is Kat, or Catabelle, sorry, I go by Kat, and I'm currently on the voice acting team for Sacrament. So we're doing different races and dialects and overall voiceover dialogue right now.
Sacrament as a whole means to me, probably I'd have to split this into two different things, from a gamer's perspective and from a developer's perspective. As a gamer, I've never really, surprisingly enough, been a huge MMO fan. There's really been none that I really got sucked up into, like a lot of the other games that I played. Surprisingly enough, Sacrament actually has a lot of what I've always looked for in an MMO that's never really been delivered. As a gamer, I'm really excited to play it because the last game I played a lot of was Skyrim, which I played over 3,500 hours on. Hopefully Sacrament will suck me in and I'll play it as much as that. With so much stuff in the game that's planned, it would not surprise me one bit if I played it that much. And then as a developer, especially me, who's a fairly new developer, I haven't been a part of a lot of projects. I've only done like small freelance stuff and just projects for learning. I've been doing development for a few years, but like I said, not on big projects. And this is really my first big project. Yeah, it's quite larger than any of the other things I've done. I don't know. It sounds kind of arrogant when I say it, but I suppose it's a way for me, myself, to make a name for myself out there. I've wanted to do game development since I was really, really young, since I was like 7 years old. I've always loved the idea of it actually being a job. Until recent years, it was nearly impossible to get in this market unless you had, a ton of experience or a huge portfolio behind you. But with Sacrament, I'm actually able to go and make that dream that I had when I was 7 come true.
I feel that Sacrament overall is just an amazing idea that has turned into this amazing project that will one day turn into an amazing game. There's a lot of creative elements behind it. There's a lot of talented people behind it. And I overall feel that what it means to me is just the opportunity to make someone's dreams come true. For that gamer who has always wanted to play the absolute most amazing game possible, this is hopefully going to be the goal for you. If you definitely want that challenge, if you definitely want to be able to just fully immerse yourself into an absolutely amazing experience, I can only say that this is where it's at. Sacrament will honestly uphold that to the highest degree possible.
It's a place that lets you be you. It lets you have a community around you, not just one person in a huge world, but a community.
To me, Sacrament is going to be the biggest game of my career, regardless of what I do in the future. It's going to be my biggest creative endeavor. It's going to mean everything to me. It's my baby. I put my heart and soul into this, even though I'm just beginning. And I'm so incredibly excited to see where this goes in the future.
That's kind of a tough question, right? As a founder, the whole project means a lot to me. I mean, it's something we set out to do, and we looked at the current market and we thought it's just not enough. There's nothing really there to hold your interest. I mean, you play a game for a month and then you're done with it, or you play a game for 6 months, or in like our case, we played ESO. We beta tested ESO before it launched. Then we played after launch live for the first year. And playing a game for a year is fine, right? It's a decent amount of time. But it's not really what you want from an MMO, right? So the entire year we're playing, our thoughts were, okay, well, I can't wait to see, this Thieves Guild that they've been talking about since launch. I can't wait to see this Cragorn that they've been talking. I can't wait to see this next update, this next update, this next update. When games, modern games, MMOs especially, come out, they've got such a linear, small amount of content, right? I'll go back to ESO. Point in question. Everybody does the exact same story quest. Everybody does the exact same Fighters Guild quest, the same Mage Guild quest. They're all the same. There's no difference. And by allowing the players to play through all the content on one character, they remove the replay value. Now, some could say that the replay value is having, multiple characters at end game, and that's fine. I mean, I had just about every class maxed for EQ2 on 2 accounts because I enjoyed EQ2 for a good 4 years. That's another one. I played EQ2 for 4 years. I played EQ1 for 6. Guild Wars 2 I played for maybe 2 months, 3 months. Sacrament to me means an MMO that we can return to daily, right? That we can play for this year and next year and the following year because it offers something, right? It offers something that latest games have been missing. It offers something that the old games kind of pushed to the side, swept under a rug, and it offers it in a modern way. So as a whole, it means a whole lot to me. It means changing the MMO market altogether. It's making people look at MMOs like an actual market again, not the publishers and the developers throwing out quick little titles to get a quick cash grab. It's an actual game market, and real games should be made. And that's what Sacrament is. It's a real game. It's a real MMO.
Sacrament right now, I think, has great potential. I love the team setup. I've worked on 2 other MMOs, and this is honestly the closest knit team that I've been with, and the communication with everyone is on point. and it means a lot to me that they've accepted me onto the team.
Excitement is one word that comes to mind. I'm extremely excited for it. Like, I feel great and extremely lucky that I have this opportunity to be able to work on this game with all these amazing people, and us being so close to actually proverbially tasting that dream. This dream that I've had since I was young can come true with this one little Kickstarter.
To me, I just feel that the Kickstarter is just one of those steps that we obviously need to take if we want to get to this game, because we have to buy the tools that we need, we have to be able to get the licensing, we have to obviously pay our employees that have been working so hard, and we just have to be able to do that sort of stuff. And in order to get further into the game, we obviously need to have the resources to continue developing. The only way we're going to get those resources is, of course, with the Kickstarter. So that's why I feel the Kickstarter is an absolute importance.
I'm excited for the Kickstarter. We get to see what you guys think. If you guys believe in us. It's not just something that's for us, but it's for everyone. And I'm excited to see how that goes.
I am incredibly nervous about the Kickstarter. As a gamer myself, I have watched games flourish in Kickstarter campaigns, and I've watched them go down in flames because of Kickstarter. I want Sacrament to be one of the games that is a success story. It's incredibly important to my team and Veracity Unbound as a whole that we make this game, what we need. It's for the gamers, by the gamers. That's our philosophy. That's our motto, pretty much. I want the people who are donating to Kickstarter to understand that. I want them to be involved. I want them to see that this is more than just another MMO that they can play and burn out on. I want this to be something they play for a good while.
As a founder, again, this is something that's kind of maybe a little bit different for me. It's something we've all poured a lot of work into, right? This is a creation that we've made, but a lot of these concepts are straight out of our heads, right? We made these up. Like we said, all right, well, this is good, but it could be better. Let's make it better. How do we make it better? And we would sit around, and all of us, or some of us, and bounce ideas off of each other until we got something that was just spectacular. And it's that, right? It's that feeling that this is something that's spectacular, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But now it's going up on Kickstarter, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. It makes me a little nervous. I'm a little proud to show it, and I'm proud to share it, and I want people to enjoy it. And I understand, this isn't for everybody. There are going to be those that absolutely hate the challenge that we bring back to the market. They're going to hate the number of options that we bring. They're like, 21 races, that's so many. I mean, why you got so many races? Why you got so many classes? But they're needed right? We don't force them in there. This came naturally to fit in the world, and it's something that I'm very proud of. I love the diversity that we have, the individuality that we give each player in their character, and sharing that is awesome and a little nerve-wracking.
I saw some of the content that they plan to show for the Kickstarter, and it's not bad. It's really good. I mean, it's a given that I hope the Kickstarter will succeed. I want the audience to see the potential that Sacrament has.
So probably the hardest question here, what would my main character be and what would I do in the game? I don't have a main character really right now that I'll use. I'm planning on making a completely new character straight from scratch. No, I might roleplay, maybe, I don't know. I'll definitely do PvE, maybe a little PvP. I'm not really sure, but you know, I'm more of a PvE guy. But there's so much in Sacrament to offer that I'll probably explore everything quite a bit.
I think in terms of what I would actually really do in the game, I'd probably be looking a little bit further once we've got some more information about some of the classes to help make a full decision. But in terms of what I'd just do in the game, I'd probably just balance myself out, because I absolutely love doing raids and PvE. I love doing battlegrounds and being able to do some arenas as well, and I've always wanted to try out the crafting system ever since I heard about it. So for me, it's just probably going to be balancing out and trying everything that Sacrament has to offer.
I don't know what I'm gonna main. I'm torn between either assassin/rogue, depending on the skills, or a druid with a bow.
To be honest, I am not sure what my main character in the game would be. I want to say Dark Elf, and then I kind of switched to, I don't know, Phase, or I'm not quite sure. I don't know until I get in the game and I really dig in and play. My other games I have usually ranged along the mages and rangers, so I'll probably stick to something close to that. So I will more than likely end up a nymph or a dark elf, just because I like elves, because they're cool. And I'll probably stick to magic. That seems to be my go-to thing. I don't know what else I do. I probably just explore. I like exploring throughout the realms, and I like checking out things and finding new parts of the game. That's kind of my thing when it comes to MMOs.
I'm a melee character. I tank a bit. I mean, I'm your jack of all trades kind of player, right? I play every class, and I play all of them. So many ults. So I'll bounce around, right? Basically, I think my starting character, I'm leaning toward a Tempest, right? I love that. Now, the way we built the Tempest, we built it in mind of, a mage with a two-handed sword, but our system allows me to dual wield with that mage. And it's something I would like to do, right? I would like to dual wield with it, and then 2 weeks down the road, I'm like, hey, this is gonna be cool, but I might want to pick up that battle axe I got. That's a pretty nice freaking battle axe. Let me see how I do it with it. And I love that our system allows that. So yeah, I'm generally an assassin at heart, character-wise, but I'm really leaning toward the Tempest for my first one.
My main character in the game? I usually like magic, but I also like melee. I'm a sucker for character creation also, so I hope it's really detailed. I'm not a huge PvP player though. I don't play MOBAs or anything like that. I do like PvE though, or even roleplay. All of the role players I've met in MMOs are really, really nice. But I know that there's a focus on PvP, and I think that's great because there's a huge audience for that. In game though, I really like doing things with people, with friends, questing, dungeons, hide and seek, whatever gets us together. So that's what I'll be doing, and PvE, and any type of social activity I really enjoy in an MMO.